Dulwich Hamlet arrive at the Maurice Rebak Stadium this afternoon looking to avenge last month's loss against host Wingate and Finchley. The home side have been busy in the transfer market this week and hand debuts to on-loan left-back Lane Eady and forward Ernti Rapai, whilst fellow new recruit Jason Akiotu is on the bench. Without the experience of Ahmad Rifat, Sean Cronin and Claudio Vilku, they're looking to bounce back from their biggest defeat of the season last weekend when they lost 5-0 at Folkestone. Dulwich recorded a quarter-final win over Harrow Borough in the London Senior Cup on Tuesday night to end their run of 5 without a win. Ibrahim Kargbo is available following his 3-game ban, and he comes in for Kenny Beanie in the only change from midweek, as Mohamedou Fall is given another chance to lead the line with Reece Alassani. So will the home side earn a first double over the Hamlet, or can Dulwich put in a repeat performance of their last visit here in April when they won 3-0? It's strange seeing a Wingate side, certainly without Ahmad Rifat, played 400 games for the club, approaching Mark Weatherstone's number of games. Weatherstone played 430 odd, being taken a bit of a risk there. Weatherstone's second best of all against Charles Smith and fouls him. It was a suicidal pass to him in truth. Bit of a swipe from Weatherstone, not much he could have done there. Does possess a good left foot, does the fullback. Rated very highly at Harlow. That one's looped over Edwards and over the crossbar as well, almost caught him out. Hart might have been racing for a moment there, the goalkeeper. A couple of steps off his line and all of a sudden it was sailing over his head. No harm done though. It's been another interesting 24 hours in the development of issues away from the football side of things at the club. Fans will be hoping just to see their side win today. Get some feel-good factor back. Weatherstone up to Ferguson. Can't hold on to the ball. And now Weatherstone's exposed against Charles Smith, but Edwards has come herring off his line. Charles Smith has collided with him. Rapai dispossessed by Kargbo there. Edwards is really struggling here. That's not a good sign for Dulwich. Might be nothing too serious, of course. They don't have a sub-goalkeeper. So you thought Charles Smith was going to get penalised for colliding with the keeper there. Edwards certainly got there first. And he's going to need some attention now, Preston Edwards. One of only a handful of players to have appeared in every minute of league action this season in the division. He is back up on his feet. Wingate might want to test him now. Humphrey forward. Obafemi's a tall lad. Rapai, Charles Smith, good in the air. Deep towards Humphrey, who did flick that on. It's just deflected wide. Bicycle kick from Mark Charles Smith. Could have nestled in that near corner. Deflected the wrong side of the post as far as Wingate are concerned. Innovative from the big man. Phil looking for Ferguson, volleyed away though by Eady. Eady again. Times towards Mark Charles Smith, taking Mark Weatherstone with him. And beats him. Floats the ball in. It's over Abrahams and Obafemi at the far post. I feel will retrieve though. Moncur. Eiffel sends in the cross. Obafemi flicked it on, took it away from his fellow teammates in the penalty area. Sanchez Ming. Foul goes down, wins a free kick. This is Wingate. Every man behind the ball at the moment. They're worried about the threat from set pieces from Dulwich. Cruz delivery in towards Weatherstone it went. It was dealt with by Luke Eiffel. Ferguson, is there a second cross here? Yes, there is. All the way through it goes, off the post. Right, caught everyone out. No one got a touch in there. It was a wild swing by Jake Eales. Gore was rooted to the spot, came off the post, stayed out, would have been a fluky goal. They'll count. Ferguson not scored since October. He's long overdue a goal. All of his 5 Dulwich goals came in October. Disgruntled noise there from Carew as Moncur goes wide to Rapai. New recruit for Wingate, taking on Clunas and beating him. Off balance but sends it in. Carew's played it into the path of Charles Smith. Beckles-Richards. Crewe blocks his first shot. I thought that was a corner, actually. It's a goal kick. Wingate appealing very vociferously. The assistant and the referee both gave a goal kick. I think they've been hard done by there, actually. Crewe did his job in any case. Tom Danaher wants a word with Beckles-Richards. Nice ball inside. Ferguson ignores Alassani, uses Abrahams instead. It's weak from him. Crewe. Alassani needs just a snapshot, just wide. That's the kind of opportunity he craves, though. Make something out of nothing. Hasn't been in those sort of positions in this first half, but Crewe linking up with him there. Took it first time, just the wrong side of the post as far as Dulwich are concerned. Dulwich, even with 10 men, went ahead in the game at Champion Hill last month, just before the break. Clunis, the goal scorer that night, obviously didn't hold on to it. Crewe hasn't been able to work his magic in this first half. Ferguson, is there time for one last attack here? There might be, you know. Clunis, chance for him to run at Edie. I'll happily do so. Goes for goal. Did it take a deflection? No, it didn't. That'll be the first action of the first half. About as good as it got for Dulwich, really, that chance. They have hit the post in this opening 45 minutes. A cross from Nathan Ferguson went through everyone and came off the post and rebounded away. Alassani came close just before the half was up as well, before that Clunis chance there. Laney, who I thought did quite well the first half, settling into life here at the Maurice Rebak Stadium. Moncur turns into Crewe, and that can spell trouble for Wingate and Finchley. Crewe might fancy to go for goal. Yes, he does. And Gore palms away for the corner. Both Abrahams and Alassani turn around saying they were open. Crewe, though, with his goal scoring form, maybe felt he was entitled to go for goal. Fairly routine save for Gore. Getting down well. Counter-attack might be on again. Ming put pay to it. Abraham's under pressure here. Does well. Finds Chambers. Through to Alassani. He's onside here. Centres. Beyond Farl it goes. No one arriving at the top of the picture either. Opening for Dulwich, though. Alassani in behind. Unselfish play. Chambers. Farl outside the boot pass to Abrahams. Controls on the touchline. Uses Chambers. He's taken a gamble there, Michael Chambers, and he's run into trouble. And here goes Beckles-Richards, and he can run in space. Weatherstone can't commit himself to come across until he knows that gaps behind him are covered. It's pulled back to Moncur. Great challenge. Sanchez Ming helping his side out there. Michael Chambers, a lucky man. Dulwich attacking themselves now. Alisson looking to get in, and Gore's off his line and out of his area quickly. Well, Chambers is very good with ball at feet, but that was a risk too many. Still goalless. Chambers curves that one out to Abrahams. It's well done by Michael Chambers. He finds a pass for Ferguson. Held up by Eels. Crewe. Tanasher Abrahams. Takes deflection. That might help Ferguson, you know it will. Taking on Jake Eels. What can Nathan Ferguson come up with? A couple of step overs into the area. Oh, it's at the post. I'm not sure if he was trying to go for goal there. It's come close though. He's on the ball again. Twice he's hit the post in this game now. So yeah, was a judge to have climbed over. Charles Smith, I believe, there. Tajan C. The free kick on the centre circle there. Femi, back heel to Moncur. First touch was good. Edwards diving to his right, holds on. Final shot, maybe lacking in power, which kept Edwards interested as a result. Another half chance in this game, though. Eels again can come out of defence with the ball. Moncur, Beckles-Richards, good period of possession this for the hosts, I feel. Be rewarded with a goal perhaps as they can work this cross. Eiffel's beaten Green. It's quite a deep one, too deep for Charles Smith away for a goal kick, but lovely patient build-up play.
I've also been asked to announce that there is a further collection.
New routine by the look of it, no one making their way towards the 6-yard box apart from Alassani standing in there. Trying to get the Dulwich players to just attack this, float it into an area, Carew. They do fly in, Green was nearest to it, back out wide with Ashley Carew, can cross again. Close in towards Gore, who did spill it. Gathers the ball at his feet. Eiffel has Monka short. Doesn't lose him, it's nodded away. Cargbo gets it further away from his penalty area. Tajan C. Eiffel. Held up by Ibrahim Cargbo as he pokes it around him. Yes, he has. Just chips that in. It's glanced on by Charles Smith. Needed a bit more on it. Clunis will chase us down against Eels. Is happy to go back to Shane Gore. Charles Smith did get a little touch on that at the other end. Lost to glance into the far corner. Green, good jump there. Fair jump as well. Chambers, important little flick. Green on, Alassani. We'll tussle this game. Green bursting on as he got away from Eels here. Don't think so. No. And again, Jake Eels with good work. New ball needed. Carew whip this in again. Towards Weatherstone it goes. There's a whole load of players in there. It's a goal kick. Not sure who it was who flicked it. It might have been Ricky Hales in the end. Alassani, he and Green all in close proximity to each other. I don't think you can really call it a chance though. Puts that ball into good areas though. Carew, inviting areas, just needs a touch. No changes yet made by Keith Rowland. He does have some pretty good options on the bench. Rob Laney, the top scorer of the season there. And Patty is a super sub. And now inside on the back foot. Clunis breaks on. He's won a free kick. So again, Dulwich will pack the penalty area. All three centre-backs making their way forward. Crew will be an outswinger this time. It's a wicked ball in. Hales gets up, heads wide. And he knows there's a big chance. You can see his reaction. So dangerous in the air, Ricky Hales. Said a few minutes ago, he's got some important goals this season. That one, he knows he should have hit the target with. Great run. Wrong side of the post, though. Green. Chambers. Back with Carew. Just playing inside. Cargbo has a lot of time on the ball here. Threads a pass forward. Clunis. Dangerous attack this. Clunis towards the near post. Held by Gore. Not sure if he was shooting there, Clunis, but had to take Gore's save to keep it out. Get this one on the money. It's come all the way through to Ferguson to strike. Easily blocked. Gets another go though, Nathan Ferguson on the ball. Flick didn't work for him there, but Hales has kept it alive. Deflects away another corner. Dulwich in a rush to get this going again. Yet another delivery for Carew then. It's over Green, only glanced it on really. Cries of anguish from him. Carew. Needs help from Weatherstone. Not going to happen there for Dulwich. Get another go though. Sure it was a high boot. Yes, it was. Again, it needs to be perfect from Dulwich's number 8. Scored so many goals in recent weeks. Needs to be creator here. In by Carew. Gore's Comfort, he's not gathered it cleanly, does get there in the end. Hales and Green ready to pounce. We're only going to have 2 minutes added on. Don't think the Dulwich Bents are particularly happy with only 2 minutes. Alassani, poked on his Chambers, got to come wide to Green. Down the line it goes, Clunis. Surely it's the last attack now for Dulwich. It's gone for goal and that's over the top. And that's the full-time whistle, and Dulwich's winless run in the league extends to 6 games. They probably did more to win the game than their host Wingate and Finchley today, but unfortunately it's another 2 points they have dropped. Nathan Ferguson struck the post twice in the game. First time in the first half, a cross which went all the way through, hit the outside of the post and stayed out, and then in the second half hit the outside of the post from a tight angle. Alassani dragged one wide toward the end of the first half. Neither goalkeeper had too much to do in terms of making saves. Wingate and Finchley also now without winning their last 4 in the league. Dulwich missed the chance to go above Margate in the table and back up to second. The final score at the Maurice Rebak Stadium is Wingate and Finchley 0, Dulwich Hamlet 0.
It was a very disappointing display off the back of Tuesday, which I thought we were very positive. Didn't get going. It's quite a letdown to the club, to be honest with you, that performance. In light of everything what's going off the pitch, everyone around the club needs a bit of a lift, and to see players second best or going through the motions, and that's the way I saw it in the first half. It was very disappointing, and they need to take responsibility for putting on that shirt, because at the moment there's a lot of hard work going on in the background to make sure they get paid. So the minimum we want from the players, it's not. We know you can't be brilliant every game. We know you can't win games every game. That's natural. But we need them to work hard, and we need them to be engaged and to do their jobs. Complete
opposite to Tuesday. Then it was a bit of a sloppy first half into keeping hold of the ball.
Yeah, it was. We had a good base on Tuesday night, as you say, and the ball went up to Nathan and Reece on Tuesday, and we kept it. But today we played against 2 guys who played up against them, and literally we didn't win many physical duels or look after the ball well enough, and it just made it hard for us to get any sustained period of pressure in their half. Also, some of the quality of the ball going up wasn't very good either, to be honest with you.
Against what's a good Wingate defence, especially at home, maybe got going a bit too late in the second half. Only the last sort of 25 minutes we really started having a go at them.
Yeah, definitely. I thought we drove forward. We tried to make something happen, but I never thought that we carved them open or anything like that. I didn't think we showed much creativity. I think at this stage of the season, when you play against teams as good as Wingate, I think we need to show more patience in the other team's half, pass the ball a little bit more in the other team's half, move their shape. They're a better drilled team than some in the league, and you don't get in so easily. So it's disappointing, because we've been working on these sort of things in training, and for me, you need to carry them out into the match. This is when it really matters, and it's disappointing that we didn't really do that.
And it seemed, from your reaction looking from the stands, you were quite frustrated with how slow the ball was going forward at times.
Yeah, definitely. The pace of the ball was nowhere near the level of what the boys are capable of. We're capable of a lot more. It just looked very lethargic from the first half. It got a little bit better as the game went on, but it shouldn't really be starting the game like that. Like I say, we've got a really good faithful, we've got a good support who come all the way over here, and they don't want to see people sort of literally going through the motions. They want to see people at it and giving it a go. Whether that means you're going to win or not is 2 different things. Nothing's guaranteed, but having a right positive attitude. And to be quite honest with you, we're not going to put up with that type of performance. It's not what we're used to, and the players need to know that as well.
Just finally though, it was a good sign that the defence seemed quite settled today and put in a really good shift, because it was quite a physical battle for them and they stood firm.
It was. They got players who can hurt us, and we did defend decently. We didn't really look too stretched. There's a few half chances for them as well today, and another day they can nick it as well. So I thought we did okay. It was resolute, but probably says a lot about what we was like attacking.